other hand, we're sitting together because we know that we're learning Mishnayos L'Ilui Nishmas, our Hamid or Weinberg. It's a tremendous tragedy for us. Shloshim, to be here to partake in the Shloshim for a tongue of a young person, it's something that's unexpected, it's something that goes against nature. When we normally sit for a Shloshim, we sit with someone who's already lived a life. Someone who can come and we can list all the wonderful and amazing achievements that they've done throughout their lives. Here, we mourn not only the achievements that Rabbi did in his lifetime, but unfortunately we also sit and we think about the potential that he could have had. The potential of a family, the potential of children, where they could have been children, an entire world which we no longer have. Parents are not supposed to mourn their children. Having been on a side where a parent does mourn a child, I can tell you firsthand that there's very, very little healing that can take place. At the same time, I think that the greatest chizuk that a parent or a family member can have is by seeing other people coming together in support and encouragement and through limud, which is exactly what we're doing today. Uri was a member of our yeshiva, and he was, like all of you are, our children, part of the yeshiva, the Torah Schweiger family. Therefore, it is so obvious and it makes so much sense that all of us have come here today to give words of chizuk to the mishpacha, to share words of hesped and divrei Torah for one of ours. I want to give a tremendous issur koach to the people who learned the Mishnayos. I know some of them upstairs, some of the boys who really have no real connection to Uri whatsoever. And yet, when the Yisima, when the goal came, we spoke to the yeshiva, but the last we had, the overwhelming response was just gave a tremendous amount of chizuk to all of us. I applaud you. I applaud the Talmidim in his year who took on the learning, and all the shurim and the divrei Torah that have been said and the Hashem will continue to be said, L'ilui Nishmato. Hoping that the Seudah and that the limud of Torah that we've said so far will be a tremendous chizuk to his mishpacha, to his father, to his brother, and to all of his friends. HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives us one gift that He can never take back. HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives us many gifts. He gives us gifts of vision, which He can take back very easily, make people blind. He gives us the gift of wisdom, intellectual ability, which He can take back, or mobility, which He can take back. But there's one gift, one thing that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives us that He can never take back. That's the gift of time. That's the gift of time. HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives us time in this world, and how we choose to spend it, and what we do, you can never take back. You can never take back the minute that we just had here. Never take back the words that Rabbi David just spoke. It's gone. It's finished. That's the gift that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives us. The gift of time. Rabbi Naiman says in his book, Darch Musar, the following, in this week's Parsha. He explains the importance of understanding people, of learning from people. And importantly, in connection to our Parsha of Yaakov, quotes the famous Chazal, Chayav Adam Lomar, Maitai Yagiu Ma'asai L'Maaseh Avotai. When will it happen that our deeds, that our behaviors will reach the potential, that which our avos have done? And he comes to the conclusion that although we may never be an Avram, and Yitzchak, and a Yaakov, we may never be those types of individuals. Certainly from the outside, we should try to emulate their ways. And certainly we should try to learn something that we can take with us. I want to share with you a few thoughts of something that I learned from my Talmud, Uri. Uri taught me to live life with a good spirit and a smile, no matter the hardship. Most of you may not know, but when he started Yeshiva Torah Shrag, a few weeks into his attendance here, Uri's mother passed away. She was sick for quite a long time. And again, this is what we do as a family. We went together and we were Melave Uri to Har Menuchos, where she is now buried, and he is as well. He went back to the States. He's at Shiva. He came back here. Regardless of the hardships that he felt and the loss that he had, he did everything with a good spirit. One thing you can say about Uri is that he had a gentle, angelic, beautiful smile. That was Uri. He taught me to make goals for myself, not to give up, and to work hard. Rabbi David stood here before a few minutes ago to speak about the goal of Masechet Makos, which was really an unbelievable goal for him. But at the moment that I think Rabbi Yudin challenged him with that challenge to learn a Masechet, to take it upon himself, Uri was in the Beis Midrash. Uri was pounding the Gemara. Uri was going to finish Masechet Makos no matter what. No matter if it was a time for his break, no matter if it was late at night, he was going to finish Masechet Makos before he left Yeshiva Torah Shrag. And that's why the simcha that we experienced during his siyum was so great. He taught me to make good use of the gifts that Kadosh Baruch Hu gives us. Uri was given the gift of intellectual ability. He was wise, he was smart, he was bright. And he used him. And after he left Torah Shraga, he became an honor student in the college program at City College. And last night, when I was going through my emails, I searched my emails with Uri's name on it. And two emails, the last two emails that came up, one was from him and one was from his father. And his email to my question of how's everything going in college was that things are going great, and I'm still making time to learn, and I'm trying to be a Kiddush Hashem. And the email, when I shared with his father about Hashem, I was able to be in the States, and we ate together. And I shared the email with his father talking about Hashem, and he was really doing very well, very, very positive. His father wrote me back that it's unbelievable that he's going to Minyan every single day, even though with tremendous lachas and the pressure of the academics, going to Minyan every single day. And now, he wrote back in his email, now that finals are over, he's spending a lot of time to make up from him, to make up the time that he lost doing. You have a goal, you have to go with it. Taught me that no matter what, you have to be friendly, you have to be nice. I'll be the first one to admit that Uri spent some time in my office and I spent some time in his dorm room. And he didn't exactly make it every single Shabbos. At the same time, no matter what time it was, whenever I saw him, whenever I spoke to him, his predisposition was always friendly and warm. What can I do for you? I'm sorry. Never angry, never frustrated, never irritated. Just warm, friendly, personable. Now, I think he taught us a painful lesson to really take advantage of the time that we have. This week's parsha, last week's parsha we just read, we see in the beginning of the parsha that Esav says, that Yitzchak says, that's written by Yitzchak, that he loves Esav kitzad b'fiv. The Rivka ohevet et Yaakov. Many Mefarshim ask about that. I'm sure there's many reasons. How is it possible that Yitzchak, who had the vision and the nevuah, finally to see what Esav was all about? How is it possible that he loved Esav, and yet Rivka maintained her status quo of always loving Yaakov? So one answer that I saw was that from the Shlach Kodesh, that if you know what a relationship is, you'll know that to maintain any relationship, you can't be bound by anything. Therefore, the pasuk tells us Yitzchak loved Esav kitzad b'fiv. It was conditional. It was based on something. Kitzad b'fiv. As soon as he realized, when you take that condition out, kitzad b'fiv, what are you left with? You're left with what Esav was all about, and he was horrified. But when you go into a relationship and you realize that it's unconditional, Rivka ohevet et Yaakov, it's unconditional. There's no conditions here. Then that love, that relationship remains strong forever. Think about Uri, and I say that when he came to yeshiva, and when he decided that he's going to grow, and that he was going to be moser himself to the goals that he had, he was unconditional. He was able to move forward. I think the lesson for us is that we have to realize time is very short. We live in a crazy world. You don't have to open up a paper to see what's going on. Sometimes we take granted the gift of time that Kodesh Baruch Hu gives us. If there's anything that we can do now to give not only chizuk and nechama to his family, but to do something with Ilu Nishma Asuri, we can take it upon ourselves to understand that we have to maximize our time here, unconditionally, in everything that we do. In our learning, in our Ben Adam Chavero, in our relationships with our mishpacha, with our friends. Mezrat Hashem, that should be a schus to his neshama.